Wow!
And we're in.
Ladies and gentlemen, TI9 has officially begun.
Oh,
On the schedule.
And look at that.
On the schedule. Anyway, so we have Alina ban.
Spicy.
So this is already a little bit different from what you, ladies and gentlemen, probably used to be seeing in your Dota 2 drafts, at least in terms of regular first phase bans. Shadow Demon, you can see more likely in there it is, the Techies ban. You said it yourself.
Puppy's been spamming.
Yes,
Techies.
he's been playing a lot in pubs. This would have been the series to try it out, and Alliance are not going to let him.
Wow, look at those bans, too. They take out all spellcasters. They take out two of the big supports, two of the biggest supports that we've been seeing, of course, for the last month and a half or so. And then the Lina. That one's kind of cool here. So this looks like, I see this Enchantress and Techies ban. I think this is like, we don't want to get pressured super hard by any of these heroes. Because carry players hate playing versus Enchantress. And then we see the Alchemist as well taken out. So this, the Kunkka pick, that's a prep for the Brood. 100%, right?
Well, they know that Alliance will pick it in the first phase.
Yeah.
And as you said, if you open it with a Kunkka, you're not going to Brood.
Yeah, it's
if Alliance do it, it's not a good move.
It is the
you cannot pick Brood.
I think it is the best hero versus it, just because it solves every issue. It gives you the
catch,
it gives you the clear,
is
it gives you like
is it
everything.
the best? I probably would say, yeah. In terms of all round.
All around.
Covering around and dealing with the spiders, dealing with the hero, keeping people alive when they're getting gone on. You've got the rum. Yeah, I'd agree. It's definitely got to be the top tier sort of don't pick Brood against us.
It's like Brood, what we've been seeing is that Medallion, Soul Ring, Aghanims. So the mobility is insane, right? But Kunkka, mobility won't matter. You're X, you're going to, so
Let's
see what they do.
They're going to slide in an Ogre to start.
And is it the
and the Willow?
So
they do like the Willow. They've continued to pick it throughout all the patches. Obviously, aspects of the Willow did get nerfed, but still the patch to patch constant buffing of Bramble makes this hero so good. Having that very low cooldown, at least comparatively to what it once was. I mean, you can get so much use out of it in the early stages.
I'm a big fan of the Ogre and the Willow too, because you both kind of complement each other quite a bit here. Like you have these disables that also work well, and also Bloodlust on a Willow is also pretty strong in the laning phase and stuff like that. And you pack a good punch.
Well, the question is as well of this, for the viewers out there, is this the Ogre being played by Boxy as the 3?
That's what I would think.
However, this isn't your support combo.
I think it still could be, but I would lean heavily toward that being Boxy's Ogre. Yeah.
Okay. And then we have Secret. They'll drag in the Dragon. A Jakiro, second pick brought up.
All the spells versus Willow, they hit versus Willow.
Yeah.
It's really
you need
nice.
that. Because sometimes you can end up in a lineup where she goes to the Shadow Realm, you've got nothing to follow her with. But Jakiro, you've got that covered, and of course, great setup and great combo with the Kunkka as well. A lot of AoE team fight spellcasting between the two of them that works very well off one another. And
a super strong laner. That's the one thing. Dual Breath versus Ogre and Willow, very annoying. Ogre's attack animation can be a bit slow. So that's, it's always going to be nice to at least protect in that. And they do, so we do see these bans coming out. They ban the Slark still, even though they have the Kunkka, which traditionally can be pretty good versus it. They still don't want to play versus that. And we see Alliance take out Naga. Makes sense. There's a Jakiro, right? The easy combo setups. And we were mentioning before the game started how popular Naga, Siren, and Alchemist really are becoming.
And I kind of like the Jakiro as well, because I think if this Ogre is on the off lane, maybe it sort of says, hey, well, if you're playing the Ogre in the off lane, you kind of want to get away with those situations where you can sort of slip in a Midas. But now you're kind of like, well, we need someone that's going to be building pipe. You know what I mean? You need someone that's building items for the team against a hero like Jakiro is just going to offer that sort of crazy amount of magical damage once he hits the 6. Now Ogre might feel, well, I've just got to farm a Hood and Pipe for the team instead, rather than getting away with going for something greedier if it is Boxy playing it on the off lanes.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen a lot of those type of builds. We've seen people go back for the Midases even anyway.
Yeah, some people do get it later on. Yeah, that's right. And some of the other bans coming in, the Slark ban. You have this Kunkka lineup, and Slark of course can benefit on the people not dying very quickly. You get the opportunity to get a lot of essence shift stacks up. The Dazzle ban, certainly showing that Secret are assuming that the Ogre's more likely to be the 3. And one of those more annoying supports to play against for sure. And of course, one of those heroes that we have seen in the mid lane being played still by some of the teams. And but both ways, just an incredibly annoying hero, whether it's stopping you from getting a kill or whether it's in that mid lane constantly spamming you with Poison Touch. As there's the Oracle. So Secret certainly on the right lines with banning the Dazzle, that sort of saving support that Alliance are so accustomed to.
I actually think I would have preferred them to ban the Oracle, because Oracle traditionally versus Kunkka was one of the big picks that people did like, because you prevent all of the damage from the magical. You know, you just throw a Fate's Edict, the boat gets absorbed, the Kunkka, the Torrent gets absorbed as well. You have a disarm. It's just a really solid hero versus Kunkka and Jakiro overall. So they get away with that one, and it's one of Insania's most played heroes.
Yes. And there's your favorite.
Yes.
Elder Titans in.
My first TI game here, and we get an ET.
And again, I mean, well, I'm sure you can tell me why this is great, but already I'm seeing just additions to the combo, extra ways of shutting down a Dark Willow, making sure that her life's very hard. I mean, for both of these backliners, right? There's going to be a constant spirit, and they themselves picking the Kunkka, saying, well, you're not going to pick Brood, and then maybe Alliance like, oh, well, okay, smart one, Secret, we can't pick Brood, but then maybe Alliance forgot. Well, Secret, they can still pick Brood, and they do.
They do not have heroes to deal with Brood right
And that's
now.
dirty. And
that is so dirty.
Don't worry, this first game was delayed, but we're going to be back on schedule, because this game could be over, right? For this, as you said, they've got one pick to deal with the Brood. How?
These heroes do not deal with Brood at all. The lane's going to be rough as well. They have no clear for the spiders, and we've been seeing the spider builds. You know, they get the spider damage and the spider. That's way later on in the talents and everything too. But just this lane already here versus Death Prophet, like we've seen the way the Broodmothers are played. For people who haven't been able to get a chance to see it, it doesn't even matter really too much about the lane. Sure, Kunkka was one of those that deals with it, but Brood just gets like level 3, level 4, level 5, whatever, and you just go to jungle and you out farm whoever you're playing against in that lane.
Alliance is Mickey's hero. What carry can help, or at least provide some sort of chance for you against this 4th pick Brood in a lineup that doesn't have any other answers? Are you picking someone with the cleave? Do you have to go for something a little bit, a little bit out there, like a safe lane Legion, just so you have some sort of nuke and catch yourself? I mean, what do you go like? What do you do if you're Alliance with this 5th pick?
You might have to put something else in the mid lane. Death Prophet doesn't have a good time versus Brood.
But then but as you say, then you're forced to DP side lane, which does not feel good.
Oh my goodness, I don't actually.
Does not feel good. And there's every chance the Brood's just going to move to your lane if you start trying to slide around the map like that.
It's tough too, because you look, and a lot of carry heroes are always you're put off because of an Elder Titan. So you're already like, the way natural order always works against you is really
So what,
strong.
you want to strength? I mean, is Sven just, obviously you have the cleavers, is he just too slow to play a Sven?
I think it might just be too slow.
Because it is something that Alliance are very good with.
Yeah.
Can they go for sort of the reverse cheese? Does a Huskar work in this game? Can you sort of focus on crushing the other lanes quick enough that maybe a Brood's game isn't as potent? You've at least got something yourself that has the potential to spiral out of control.
Maybe. I'm worried because the big thing is like the middle 3. The middle 3 heroes, you just get eaten. Dark Willow, Oracle, and Death Prophet, you're gonna just get eaten unless you have some crazy ways to protect. I don't know.
What do you pick here? I mean, we'll see what Secret themselves consider the best hero for Alliance.
I think
with this final ban.
I see the Void ban, and sure, like Void works so well with Secret's draft, but it's also one of those that could be good versus the Sven too. So that's where I'm kind of leaning toward the Sven.
Maybe they just go the way of the Sven.
But
it's not going to be an easy game at all for Alliance with the way that Secret's managed to slide in this Brood.
And I think it's been Midway's been practicing a decent amount too. I was looking through his past games, and he's played it a couple times this week. Yeah, they banned this.
I think as you said, it's not necessarily amazing, but it's a hero that Alliance are very comfortable with.
It protects
It would have been a safe pick.
It gives them the war cry at least to like get away from those spiders, because so these supports are just gonna die to spiders in some of these fights. One torrent, one ice path with like an army of spiders, and they're just gonna get melted.
What do you pick here? I mean, Secret themselves, it's as we say, looking at these 4 heroes to the 4 heroes, it's very much a draft in Secret's favor. What else are they gonna do to close it up? Oh, that's dirty. They're throwing an arc as well.
Wow.
Oh no. That's a terrible way for Alliance to wake up this morning, is it? Right, we're gonna play against Secret. Okay. They're gonna pick Brood. Oh, okay. They're also gonna pick Arc. I mean, this Secret. They're here to win. This is, this is no time for clowning around. This is TI. Secret's turning up. Brood, Arc Warden, first game of the day. Good morning, Alliance.
So what? This is offlane Kunkka. We've seen Zai do that in a bit, right?
Zai Kunkka.
So they have like 4 heroes that kind of put pressure on Brood. Puts pressure pretty quickly too.
And then they've got an Arc as the backup plan. Yeah, I mean, it's very likely with this Arc doesn't need to do anything this game, but if they need a backup plan, it's there.
He could get ran out a bit in the laning phase. That's the one thing I'm looking at. I think the Ogre and the Willow can put a decent amount of pressure on Arc Warden. the thing is that they have a Jakiro there too, who is going to be able to put pressure counters. So Alliance, you got to pull something out here. What is it? Okay, so the Tiny versus, so that's going to be the mid, right?
No, it's Mickey Tiny. Koifa's still going to go mid on DP. Maybe they will swap the lanes.
I think they might swap the lanes.
You think they might swap the lanes, but still, it's a hard game for Alliance. But
we get it. We get this beautiful.
We do. He's got the Tiny set.
I
mean, that's what you feel like you've lost the game. What can you do? You can at least look good. Look good whilst you're losing, Mickey.
This
slams. But
let's see what they
can they do it?
Can they do it?
This is if they can turn up and beat this sort of lineup from Secret with this sort of lineup from themselves in the first game of the group stage, they are going to feel on top of the world.
Yeah, they do still have the Oracle and the Death Prophet, right? That combo is still very strong because the heals, the bonus that you get from it all, and the protection, but it's just this Broodmother that really just changes everything. Yeah. So, yeah, Mike, you're going to have a pretty solid time to make sure that mid one doesn't spiral out of control and just feed off of your supports that do not like playing versus Broodmother. Willow's not the worst, I guess, because you at least have the Realm to protect yourself, but Oracle, Oracle just has no fun versus that at all. No way to clear.
It's a rough one.
And they have at least one type of AoE stun to slow down the spiders going on people, but it's just one. They just have that tiny stun on that avalanche to slow down, and that's their only real the stun to actually deal with those spiders. They have the nuke from the DP, but yeah, this will be tough.
3 wins in a row. Brood, he's sufficiently warmed up mid-one. Last match 6-1-7 as this Brood. What have we got? Some magical stats from Tiger. 4 wins in a row.
Okay.
Only 8 commends in 25 matches. I think that's pretty toxic. Come on, Tiger, you got to step it up, sir. If you only get 8 in 25 matches.
Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be, looks like the side lane, Mickey has mid items. So you have to do that. You cannot put Death Prophet mid versus it, so.
Well, let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen, as we get started with our first game here, at least on this stream of the TR9 group stages. Secret versus Alliance. Secret, as we say, coming in with the big guns. The Broodmother, the Arc Warden, and Alliance with very little answers.
Dude, this sword is massive on Tiny. I love it.
The Tiny set is pretty dope. Look at these pictures as well. This is nice. Look at this. Yapsa with the ET. Look at the production value, ladies and gentlemen.
Lovely.
There's Nisha. Zai with that beautiful smile.
See already that we've got Yapsor queued up his items. And when we clicked on him right there, we saw he already has the urn ready to get picked up. He's gonna go for Vessel. You're playing versus Death Prophet and Oracle. So
this picture's great. He looks. Oh, he looks.
He's happy.
No,
he was happy.
That's a cute picture. Yeah, Mickey, very serious in thought. He's just looked at the draft, and Boxy, he's just happy he's getting to play some Ogre offlane.
Yeah,
he's ready to punch some people and whoa! That's why he only gets 8 command in 25 matches, because he's screaming down the microphone every game.
All right, let's see what we got going on. We see Puppies getting a little bit of wrap around here on top. They're just trying to secure themselves this top rune here. So 2 for 2, looks like. And Nisha will play very careful. So Nisha, he'll definitely get pressured in that bottom lane if they have that dual lane down there. And we'll see how top lane's going to do. I mean, this Death Prophet Oracle lane, not the best side lane.
No, not your traditional side lane.
No, definitely not. But they had to do this, as we said. They absolutely had to.
They've switched it around. They've taken him away from the Brood.
And I'm curious how this is going to go in the mid lane, because like I said, we've seen a lot of these Broodmothers in pubs and everything, and it doesn't matter how well you do in the lane, because Brood just leaves, and it's going to outfarm you. So I'm wondering how Mickey is going to be able to just match the pace. Is he going to make moves around the map to try to secure that, to try to make space while the Broodmother's farming, or is he just going to push the tower and then try to get as much farm like that? I've seen people push the tower, and you still get outfarmed. You get the map control, though. That's the important thing. So just watching how these lanes turn out, because that's what Alliance... They double down on lanes when they pick this Tiny. Just to make sure. It's the only way that they can.
As we said, we're sort of left with very limited options. So this is their sort of idea of what the best shot at stopping Secret is, and we'll see if it does work out for them.
Yeah. Good one's definitely starting off to having a little bit of a rough start here already. Not able to get really any of these last hits here. Under the tower, he's missed every single one, actually. He gets one. There we go. Got one with the spawn spiderling.
Okay, with that very superior damage at the moment, is going to be able to grab the majority of the CS.
Yep. And we see, look what we're talking about. They double down on lanes, and right now it's going pretty well in these first few, as Puppy does make his way toward bottom to at least try to secure. But this is the pressure we're talking about between this dual lane.
Look, good bit of a go here on Tanisha. one hit away from getting that kill, though. They won't quite find it. Seen Tiger nearly finding
They don't have
the kill
a
on
salve.
I was going to say, do they have a salve between the two of them?
They do not have a salve down bottom.
They've got a whole bunch of tangos, but as you say, nothing to quickly get him back up.
Oop.
Not going to see him. In fact, Nisha walks back in, takes another fire blast. He is playing on the edge of his life there, Nisha.
Ooh,
but he's fine. He will stay alive now. Puppey turning towards Tiger. Trying for that first blood. Fairy Fire is there. Boxy will be able to fire blast Puppey to at least stop him from getting the spell onto Tiger. And that will keep Tiger safe enough. Tiger himself, he was prepared for the lane. He has brought himself down, so we're back up to full. But still a bit of time where Nisha has to really be very careful how close he gets to the creeps. Not having that salve in this lane. Secret are feeling the heat.
That should have been a first blood there by Tiger. He missed the Bramble on the stun. So that's usually the ones that you can land pretty much consistently when you have like some type of setup for the Bramble on there. He does end up missing it. But Nisha does stay low because if he doesn't like reset and come back full, but they don't get the first blood. As we see the mid lane, Tiny doing great, but where's Broodmother? Broodmother is no longer in the lane. She's just jungling, and she will do just fine and probably outfarm the Tiny.
So with Mickey in the middle lane, what are we expecting? What phase? Drums? Do you still get on the mid Tiny and start running around the map, or do you look to try and get that blink rush?
I think the blink is still better in this one.
I'll see down bottom.
But it's still possible for him to go for the phase drum. Phase for sure. I think he wants to get phase and just start running around, even hunting, looking into the jungle of the Brood.
Oh, Tiger. He's going to go for the neutral deny. Did try and get that kill, but still not quite enough to get Nisha. Nisha's still able to survive on that safe lane. On very low HP. We'll see up top. YapzOr. Going to give Quake a bit of a rundown. We'll have the Spirit and Stomp available with that Mango. As Quake has got Insania by his side, but if the combo comes out from YapzOr, it may just be enough. He's not going to throw it out. Quake's got the Siphon.
No, he's not even
YapzOr is still going to try and dive now. He's going to hunt with the Spirit. Will manage to get the connection, or at least should do so.
The salve.
And cancel that salve.
Yep.
YapzOr did have to go quite deep for it. That's allowed Insania to turn around, get the root off. Still not enough damage between Insania and Quake to burst YapzOr down, so YapzOr's able to get away with those sort of plays back down bottom. Another attempt as Alliance continue to stay aggressive onto Puppey and Nisha. Still not quite finding either of those kills. They are slowing down Nisha's farm though heavily. Only 13 CS down here, but same to be said for Quake, of course, in that top lane. Both of these side lanes getting pressured heavily by the opponent off lane.
Yeah. Yeah, so it goes for the stomp this time around, doesn't quite connect it. He's almost level 3 as well. That's when we see the ETs, you really start to go out of control in the laning phase when you get that extra damage from your Spirit as Nisha.
Yeah, bottom Puppey did have to leave Nisha for a bit. He's heading to the jungle, and that will leave Nisha vulnerable enough for Alliance to claim the kill and get first blood. This time the combo was there with Boxy and Tiger really sort of amping up the pressure onto this Arc Warden. Yep. So these side lanes is sort of a similar story for both teams. It's really about this mid lane. Which hero is going to take over the game? Are we going to see Mickey be able to pop off on the Tiny, or is everything going to go to plan for the mid one Brood?
Mid one has an Midas queued up, by the way, on the Brood, so he's trying to get his farm and his levels going too. As bottom, Boxy.
He's got the stick charges, and that will keep him fine. He's able to juke it out. Puppey not quite able to finish off the kill.
We're seeing that mid matchup thing kind of happen like we were talking about. You see Mickey, he's still at the top of that net worth, but Broodmother's actually out leveling the Tiny now at this point already, just because of that how fast you farm the jungle. But still, like the last hits looking decent for Alliance. They've got this 1K advantage with their lanes that they set up.
The slight favouring lane certainly there for now. Alliance. So the real test is going to be down the line where we start to really see the strengths of the heroes tested. Bottom lane, another attempt onto Puppey. He's able to turn and get the dual breath off, but Boxy's on top of him.
A lot of damage.
Turn, get another fire blast out. Will be able to get the kill and separate himself from Nisha. Nisha now getting stunned up. In fact, Boxy, he's ready to go back in.
He's got Arcane.
Puppey's dead for 5. They've got mana to go, but Alliance chasing down the Arc Warden. Nisha getting clobbered by Boxy as he slaps him down. They'll get both Alliance on this bottom lane. Tiger should fall for the efforts, but definitely a worthy play there from Alliance, getting both kills on the bottom lane and continuing to heavily pressure the Arc Warden.
And with that death too, Tiger can, he dies, which it kind of stinks, but also at the same time he can come in and maybe even like pick up the items and bring everything for his teammate, for Boxy. We see a lot of items actually just dropped at the tower I'm seeing on this Alliance side. They have a Bassi just dropped right there, wards, and also the full phase boots for that Ogre. So they can continue to put this pressure. And we said, you know, this is going to be the lane to watch. We know that what Ogre Magi does. He just runs at you and he will kill you several times in the laning phase. And he's actually gone for the max Bloodlust build too, so he's just going to be punching. That's the right-click Ogre that we've been seeing, or hearing about.
An attempt onto Zai with the Purifying Flames, not quite enough. Zai will live. Back down bottom. Nisha in trouble again. He's going to get taken out. Alliance get the kill. Puppey is trying to find a trade. He's looking towards Tiger. Tiger has still got the stick charges. Tiger will be able to keep himself fine. Good body blocks here from Boxy. Gets another stun out onto Puppey. Puppey trying to turn the chill breath, but Tiger kiting it out perfectly, keeping himself just on the edge of the range of the spell. There's the Cursed Crown. Puppey dead as well. Alliance.
Beautiful.
Absolutely crushing this bottom lane. Boxy 3-0-2. As the offlane Ogre is 7 minutes in.
That was absolutely beautiful the way they played that. Boxy's little small mini body blocks there coming into play. And I was mentioning how we've seen the right-click Ogre, but I guess it hasn't been, it's been talked about more. They take all the right side talents and you go into this like just right-click build. You just actually start doing so much in the fights.
It's too much for this lane of Secret to deal with.
Even early on, just these 3 points in the Bloodlust, you see how fast this hero is hitting, and he's just so tanky. 16 armor, putting the pressure onto him, even if you have all that magic damage, is tough. And yeah, Nisha, 0-3 already. We said this was the pressure that Alliance has to apply.
Yeah, it's because you look at the other lanes, and even that top lane where Quoth's farm is, of course, also being slowed down. Obviously not as much as Nisha, and he isn't feeding, he's not dying.
Yeah.
In that top lane, because you have these 2 strength heroes running at you, he's always going to have to siphon. So it's very hard, really, for Secret to get the damage done between this Kunkka and Elder Titan to actually get a kill. And now, in fact, Alliance, they're going to turn and look for a kill themselves onto Zai. Couple of Purifying Flames with damage from the Ghost. Alliance will get the kill.
And now they can set up to put pressure on tower. There's still Glyph available for Secret, and they're already looking like they're sending the illusions up at least to pull the creep wave, probably, the aggro off the tower. Maybe even catch the next wave. It looks like that's what YapzOr is trying to do, to try to slow down that push a little bit. And we will have that. Mid tower does go down, but it gets denied, which is pretty big there. Actually, for mid one, being able to get that.
See YapzOr going for the wraparound. This time, as you say, he's going to be here to help out. But same thing to be said for Alliance. They've brought Insania in straight away. They've taken Nisha out of the lane. YapzOr goes for the stomp. Is not going to hit anyone. They're able to easily kite it out. Even bringing in that extra support, Secret still unable to keep Nisha safe as he dies yet again.
And it's 7-1 already. Look at this. And this might be some of the lowest last hits I think I've ever seen from these teams, right? 32 last hits at 9 minutes. This is just all about brutality and killing each other, it seems, at this point here, at least for Alliance.
We'll see that. Bit of a diving down to Puppey. Insania not quite with the mana to get another Purifying Flames out, so Puppey will survive. Boxy also bought low. As this lane now turning into this try-on-try between Alliance and Secret.
Okay, so Mike is actually going to go for the Echo Saber build, so he's just going to have this high damage instead of trying to go for like a blink and catching Nisha. I think probably just because Nisha's been shut down so much, he probably feels like he can just transition in.
Oh, he's found himself a freebie. Hello, Puppey.
And now he's going for more too.
They've got the Cursed Crown. Nisha's pretty deep behind the tower, but Boxy, as you say, with that armor, he could just run straight underneath it, tanking the tower hits, charging in. Nisha, he's dead again. Alliance absolutely smashing the lanes.
And look at YapzOr too. He's getting chased. Mickey, he's got Bloodlust, no mercy coming in here.
Get the Shadow Realm hit off onto YapzOr. YapzOr will live. Puppey comes in, he tries to go for the tree, but YapzOr won't be hit by it. They can still dive. Puppey's TP back into it, but he's still vulnerable. They'll find him with the Avalanche. They're on top of the Dragon. The Jakiro in trouble. Puppey, he's going to go down, have a tree. There it is. Mickey on a killing spree. And Tiger, he's looking. He's hunting. YapzOr will be able to juke it. He'll get himself back out to safety. 10-1 though for Alliance at 10 minutes in, a 3K lead. They may have, I still do believe they've been outdrafted, but the play and the lanes, it's looking pretty hot for Alliance to start off with. Can they carry this route to a victory?
They're playing it really smart with the pressure because I think they identified, they saw, hey, mid one went Midas. You know, we can just look to put pressure on these lanes. They have an off-lane Kunkka. The responses by Secret are actually pretty hard to what Alliance has when they bring these heroes when they have such a good start in the laning phase. Like, this Tiny is extremely high level 11 with an Echo Saber. Sure, mid one is level 12, but he's not going to be running around looking for these plays just yet, like that Tiny who can just go and walk to a lane. And Secret don't have the reaction to respond to it still for some time. They're going to just go for the farm greed. You see Nisha, queued up Midas as well. They got to try to like stall it out for now here as Alliance have an excellent start for themselves as they can keep this pressure on. Look at bottom, Tiger. He just got Nisha by himself.
Oh my goodness, he will get punished for it, but absolutely worth there from Tiger. As Nisha ordered 0, 6, and 2 in these lanes. Not the start that you'd hope for as an Arc Warden.
I cursed him. I was saying, you know, We've seen Nisha have these top ones. We've seen him bleed a little bit, but he's bleeding a lot in this one.
He certainly is. The pressure from Alliance absolutely breaking down the Arc One in these early stages.
Yeah.
Obviously a hero that can be vulnerable, especially when put in the side lane at those early levels in Alliance. They're perfectly abusing that flaw of the hero.
Yeah, and especially when you're playing versus Ogre. Like we said, Ogre is probably one of the best pressuring heroes that we've seen now from these teams in the off lane, and he's going for Midas and himself on Boxy. They're feeling good. They're feeling very good.
I think they know. They've got this edge. They want to try and at least be ready to scale, and of course, just value-wise, the Midas, it just feels bad if you're not getting it on the Ogre. You can get so much value out of it with the multicast. Like if you end up doing the maths, I'm sure the maths says buy Midas every game.
We see Alliance said they're grouping up now. They're going for tower push. They have their Exorcism available too, and team fight from Secret can be hard. They need Zai to be able to team fight pretty much at all. He has his TP available on the Kunkka, so he can respond to bottom, which I do think he will if they don't see everybody from Alliance set up. But it looks like they are actually bringing 4 now. But we'll see Zai. So the decision is up to him if he wants to try to defend. He hides in the tree line. He's TPing bottom.
Let's have a look, see if Zai can slow this one down. It's going to look for the setup onto Boxy. Boxy's a tanky Ogre though, and Quake's already surrounding him. Puppey behind the tower now. Turn back towards Zai. Zai getting nuked down. Zai's going to throw the boat out. As Zai, he's in a lot of trouble. We'll get the roam upon him, but with the Purifying Flames, Zai's just straight up dead. They'll turn towards Puppey as well. The multicast is out. Quake with the double kill will die as he does sort of hang around in the Macropyre a little too long, but he gets a double. We'll let him off. Back towards mid. Mid one trying to put the pressure in, but Mickey is there to be able to fend back the Spider.
He can't even touch the Tiny. Tiny took 0 damage. The 26 armor you have from your Grow. The Broodmother had Insatiable Hunger, and I was hitting him for less than like 60 damage there. That was actually crazy. As bottom, we said Zai is the only way that Secret can try to defend that one. But Alliance, they were set up. They had their 4 already wrapping around and getting that perfect situation to go for that pressure. They executed perfectly. 3 to 14 already here for Alliance versus that Broodmother
and
pick.
A 3K lead. As we said, Secret, they've gone for the greed. They have this Midas Brood. They've drafted an Arc Warden as well. Well, later down the line, things can absolutely still fall into place for Secret, but it's just been a brilliant start for Alliance for them to turn up and get into the game. As we said, the draft, I'm sure a lot of teams in their position would have been a bit, they're not going to feel good after that draft. Seeing this Brood come into a game where they don't really have answers for the Brood, and it's still kind of the case. The Tiny certainly turned out to be an excellent last pick.
Absolutely.
With regards to being able to put someone in that mid that's going to be able to have an okay time. But Top Nisha, his Arc Ward in this game has just suffered so heavily. A 7th death on the Arc. Tiger, again, will be taken down for it. But an absolute worthy play. Nisha at least able to pick it up with his Tempest double.
They gave it to Nisha. He's probably like, I'm close to Midas. That is the only saving grace for me. Please let me have this kill. Yeah, they know. They need to try to get him caught up back here. He's 3,200 net worth at 15.
So much time that he's been off the map in this early stages. We're going to see Quaifer. He's going to have a little bit of a look into try for the 15-minute rune, but Secret, they've got the numbers here. The ice path down onto Quaifer. Quaifer's got the back of Insania. They'll turn for the rune. Mickey jumps in with a combo. He looks to burst down Zai. He's got it. Zai's dead. There's a false promise. Keeping Quaifer alive. Stomps out from Yapzor. Buyback as well from Zai. They'll run down Mickey. Mickey's taken out. Quaifer, he's going to take a fair bit of damage. Will be able to heal back up. Can Insania save it? The fear comes in. Tiger with the save. Keeping Quaifer fine. Sending all 4 members back from Secret as they'll get everyone else out of that.
That was so clutch by Taiga, because they would have, if he doesn't get that fear off, it's potential that they lose many more heroes. Not even just Quake.
Probably Insania as well for sticking around, trying to save him.
Because Zai bought back, so the X, that long distance field cast range, Taiga perfectly being able to get that save there for his team. That could have been the beginning of the comeback. We do see anyway, though, mid one are still all the way at that top there of that net worth, getting close to that Axe.
Got a lot of farm. He hasn't had to do a lot so far. Just those 2 kills where he sort of swept round and poked into the side lanes after a brawl sort of came to an end. We'll see if, though, the power of the Spider is still just going to be overwhelming enough to get Secret that victory.
Yeah, scary place to fight as well, too. You're clumped in that area versus an Elder Titan as a Jakiro and a Kunkka as well. You're going to get hit by a lot of these team fight abilities, so that is the one saving grace here for Secret. As Mika, he seems to find mid one here. Mid one.
This will be a huge kill. They get the Spider.
Very nice pick off there. Mika just seeing mid one just too far up there with that ward they have. Able to just get that quick combo with that blink.
Alliance just able to kill so much. 17 kills, 16 minutes in.
No slowing down.
That Blink Echo, Mickey can sort of walk around the map, take who he wants. He's going to find Puppey in the trees in. He goes with the combo. Puppey's gone. Mickey just able to have free reign now and get kills wherever he wishes. Nisha smartly moving himself quickly away from that bottom half of the map.
Absolutely, that's the danger zone. You have wards down there as well, so you see them. But the way they have these 3 tier 1s Alliance, they're just running it down, looking to keep that pressure on. Don't give Secret the space to catch back up, especially when the Spider's dead. Broodmother's dead, apply as much pressure as you can on those towers. Alliance.
Pushing in on this tier 2. Able to find these towers. Secret no interest in trying to meet head to head and go for the defenses, just trying to desperately farm up elsewhere. Keep the game on track for both Mid-1 and well, get at least Nisha's game back on track as the Arc Warden, as he still suffers heavily, sitting down at just 5k net worth. Tiger nearly about to overtake him. See, here's the cooldown efficiency, pretty good. Yep. Well, what's 47 seconds time wasted? That is 92%. That's still 47 seconds.
Well, he died, right?
He did die. He was probably dead. That was when he was dead, yeah, for sure. Top lane, Tiger is trying to see if he can play his way out of here with the fear. Tries to hit Zai, so Zai messes up the combo, but won't be the case. Does get the save from Insania, though.
He's getting salved as well.
It's a lot of damage, though. I don't think it's going to be enough to keep Tiger alive. He's back into the Shadow Realm. He is still living, you're right. It was enough with that salve given to him through the false promise. Tiger is actually going to be able to get away, and they ended up losing the Elder Titan. Boxy's been able to wrap around, get on top of Zai. Mickey's jumping in onto the backlines. He's found Puppey. He's on top of the Jakiro, clearing out the trees. Mickey will look to chase him down. Puppey trying to juke Boxy. Does end up finishing off Zai. Puppey will be able to juke his way back to safety, but again, these plays from Alliance. It looked like Tiger was dead. He wasn't.
The salve.
Yeah, when you I guess it really is that strong, because effectively was double the effectiveness. What's the salve normally? It's what, 400?
Yep.
So it's 800 HP straight up that obviously cannot be stopped whilst your false promise. So it's enough at this stage of the game. Yeah, he got those sneaky little plays.
I think he also had some stick charges as well that he got off as well, so it was enough. Yeah, I saw it and I was like, he blocked the damage as well from some of the magic as well with that Fate's Edict. So it looked like he was going to, and he did. And now with that, they can put more pressure out. Alliance is they're playing such fast reactionary plays too. It's like immediately when Secret started making that play, they ported 2 heroes top. It was like no hesitation whatsoever. They're really feeling themselves right now in this one with how much space they've been able to make and how much pressure they're applying.
Well, Mid-1, he's got the Aghanims. Okay. And as we're seeing, he's getting closer and closer to begin poking at that high ground in the middle lane, poking at that tier 3. Starting to force Alliance to be a little more split with their plays, rather than being able to sort of bring the full 5-man to the side lanes for these tower pushes. But, you know, Alliance, they've certainly got so much out of the map so far at this 19-minute mark, taking both side lanes, tier 1s and tier 2s. Just that tier 2 really standing in the mid lane for Secret. Yeah.
Let's see what bounty runes they probably go for. Secret probably going to just try to claim the top 2, rather than actually go for those bottom ones, as they know Alliance is down in the bottom lane here.
Midas. Got to use it. There we go.
Ooh, use it on the small creep as well.
Favouring the gold rather than the levels.
And they will. Yep, 2 for 2 bounties. Tiger tried to be sneaky to grab that one, but YapzOr didn't want it to with that stomp. And yeah, we see that Vessel is getting closer for YapzOr. It's still pretty far away. He's having a pretty rough game here. He's only 0, 2, and 3, but not having that impact that YapzOr or an Elder Titan that I would love to see just go crazy do.
Secret able to get together and get some pushing done themselves. They'll take the tier 1 top, but of course just not at the same sort of timing that we've seen Alliance being able to clean up these side lane towers. Mickey, Aghs is
pretty much done.
Pretty much done, and you were showing me yesterday, of course, that very nice interaction between the Aghs and the Echo Saber. Every tree slows.
Yep, every single tree slows. It's always it's a great build. It's just the only problem is that you run out of trees sometimes in the area that you're fighting.
Sure, you gotta make sure the trees are there to go.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for that clutch sort of tiny Nature's Prophet strat.
Toss back. Easy setup there for them to get Puppey. 6k gold lead, and they continue this pressure. They've got all 5 heroes here. You see Mid-1, he's already like, all right, desperately pushing top. Force some reactions up toward here, as he will push very quickly. He still doesn't have the spider attack damage talent, though. That's the big one that we see.
That's the one where you got to really start looking at your base.
Yeah, you look at your base and you make sure you protect your supports too. As boom.
Yeah, Mickey able to clean up so much money. There's the Aghs. He's got it ready. He's near level 18, where we're going to see him transform once more into the next level of the Prestige Tiny.
My favorite thing that I really like about the Aghs is the cooldown. And sure, it does like a lot of damage and all that, but the cooldown is pretty ridiculous. He just dropped it, so you can't actually see it. But it's 12 seconds. So it's 12 seconds, only 150 mana as well. So it actually kind of matches your combos.
But you need the trees.
You need, yeah.
You gotta make sure you got them trees.
I love it because it gives you that extra way to combo kill people. Because you stun toss, and then you have the extra.
So much damage with the full combo there. Was it Mickey? He's gonna go for the jump in.
All Secret's here.
He's able to walk out of that immediate combo that was dropped down by Secret. That's the boat gone. They get Tiger. Mickey will be fine as Mickey's able to get out after Alliance sort of go for the jump in and then realize actually we got to get out of here. There's the entire lineup.
Don't walk into high ground versus Secret still. They still have a high amount of team fight coming into play here between ET, Jakiro, and Kunkka. It is still a lot. And sure, the Arc Warden, Nisha has been shut down a lot, but he's starting to get back into the game.
He's ramping back up. He's catching back into the game.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen. As you say, if you're Alliance, you have this lead. You take a couple of bad team fights, and then suddenly the game really is in sort of the danger territory we would have expected it to be with these heroes like the Brood and the Arc gameplay. So Alliance there, they cannot let this one slip away. And to give credit to Alliance, as with their performances of lately, when they've been at these lands, when they've been at the summit, when they get a lead, they rarely throw it away anymore. They're very good at keeping an advantage and not making the questionable plays. I see Zai. He's been found. Easy pick off for Alliance. So now, he should just send in the Tempest double. Certainly worth easily killing as well.
Easy 240 for Mickey.
But yeah, you have to watch out for any mistakes now if you're Alliance. As I say, they don't make mistakes. This is a refined team that is very good at closing up a one game. Mickey
again.
He's in with the jump. He's been able to toss him back. He's on top of Nisha. Nisha's dead again.
He's dead. They just got Nisha like that. He stepped up way too far.
He's having a rough game. That pressure in the lane.
Oh, Puppey almost goes down to the trees.
As they're just pushing in, they're onto the high ground. Alliance. They know exactly what they need to do this game.
This is their timing to end it. As mid one, he goes in, he gives a poke. He has a BKB on now too, but are available as well. But he's gonna have to commit it here to try to slow down. They've already lost their melee rounds.
See what mid one can do. He's gonna pop the BKB. He's trying to get on top of Quake for the bug of the stomp out, but Quake was on the back of Insania. Quake for getting dragged back by the X-Mark. The boat's down. The ult as well does catch the four of them. It's a big one. Allows Yapsa to run in, slap down Insania. Insania is dead. Jump back in from Mickey though. Comes in with a combo. Puppey lines down the ice path to block off Quake for a Mickey. Tiger's on the high ground. Another fire blast down onto Yapsa. They'll turn towards Tiger.
Nisha's back.
They'll get him out. They'll get the two of them. Alliance, can they get the rest of them out safely?
Nice
Nisha's going to have the Tempest double in place to spot out Mickey. Mickey goes straight for the TP out. Not able to cancel in time. Nobody's in range, and they haven't got the cooldown. So Alliance will get the rest out, but they do lose both their supports, but they've done the structural damage. They get the tier 3, they get half the racks. Yeah, you'll lose a couple of supports for that.
Absolutely. The fact that they didn't lose any of the choruses, all TP out in the face of Secret was massive for them there.
Still keeping this very, very impressive advantage. Now, Alliance, as I said, if they're able to pull this off this game one, I think you've really got to start to consider how far Alliance can go. I know it is only one game, and you don't want to always make sort of quick reactions, but a lot of people would have already seen the potential of this lineup being able to do this. They've impressed, they've improved, and now here they are. First game of the group stage here at TI9 against Team Secret, against the Team Secret mid one Brood, against the Team Secret Nisha Arc Warden. And in this first 25 minutes at least, they are absolutely crushing it.
Yeah, they're putting just so much pressure. Mid one's about to be level 20, so that's, like we said, that's the big one we've seen on the Broodmother, being able to just get all that damage from those spiders. But Alliance, they're not slowing it down. This is their timing. They're looking to end the game before anything else happens. They don't want to take this any later versus Secret, as they're starting to feel probably a little bit pressured. Even though they have this 7k advantage, they want to end it. You don't want this game to go late versus this Broodmother and this Arc Warden. Here we go.
Indeed.
Mid one will start that split push.
So I was trying to slow things down, but with the backup of Insania, they can really keep that their Prophet alive.
How fast he's taking that tower as the Broodmother. They have to start setting up. They have to go back. They're losing their racks.
Mid one will now retreat as soon as the TPs do come into play. But that is indeed the power of the Spider.
They didn't lose anybody on the retreat here still, though. Insania almost gets caught there by the stomp. Yapster still wants to continue chasing, but Alliance do retreat successfully without losing a single hero from that split push.
And they do stop mid one from getting the racks.
Yep. But they did commit their exorcism, and they weren't able to actually get too much on this tower. They got 800 damage on the tier.
Whoa, what is this?
Whoa.
What is this?
Wait, physical?
I'm trying to... What do the numbers mean?
The heroes that teach hero. Nisha getting gone on, has the Mjolnir. He
what
is trapped,
things
though.
in the middle? Anyway,
Nisha's dead.
No, poor old Nisha.
He stepped out way too far. They had vision of him.
It's not been Nisha's game. This is sort of like the dream way for Alliance to start TIs. This is quite the opposite for Nisha. Yeah. 292.
And look at this. Immediately, they're starting to push that top lane.
Mid-one
just goes for the racks, and they don't have TPs available, and he gets it.
Okay. So this is how potentially Alliance could lose the game. Bottom lane, range racks down.
Can he catch him? He gets the toss back here, but there's a BKB available. Mid-one is top pressure.
So look at the combo out. Straight away onto Koikva. Insania's there, and he has got false promise if it's needed. He's going to hold on till the last minute, of course. Doesn't want to use it too prematurely. That'll be the buyback from Puppey. Focusing their efforts immediately onto Zai. Can they burst him down or get another X mark out? But they've got the crit swap. Zai's out. Another buyback from Secret.
They got
Koikva will fall. They get the stomp out. The combos there from Yapsu. He lines it up perfectly. Insania's beat down. The rest of Alliance, can they retreat? Mickey's going to turn, start tossing the trees out. Won't be enough to kill off Nisha. Nisha's able to stay alive. Boxy's being focused. Mid-one with the BKBs on top of the Ogre. Tiger's trying to hide in the trees. But Secret, they found them as well. As this time, Alliance will not be getting out alive. Did cost Secret a couple of buybacks, but they get 4 kills on Alliance. And these are the sort of failed pushes that Alliance, they can only afford to really let happen a couple of times. Otherwise, Secret will get back in the game very confidently, and this mid-one Brood will have ample opportunities to get the split push on and start threatening another lane of racks.
Yeah. The play that they were trying to do there on Alliance, it looked like they were like, all right, we need to make sure that Mickey is back before the Broodmother even hits the building. So you saw he was set up, and then he can buy boots of travel and come join us. But they didn't get the false promise. Koikva dropped. Insania wasn't able to get it. I think he got maybe stunned for like a second there, it looked like, while he was trying to. They get the burst, and from there, it's just a full cleanup there for Secret. And that is something you can't have happen here on Alliance right now. Another one of those, and it could be completely turned. Oh, BKB? Who was that? Koikva?
Koikva. Uh-oh. I'm getting a little flustered after that last failed push.
He's got level 18. He's got the level 3 exorcism. They could still just look to group up and go, but they have to make sure that they address the side lane. Don't let mid one push it, because he's aiming for that top one mostly, because bottom still has a full HP tier 1. So that's the one nice thing, you know. That's great for Alliance. At least they have this bottom lane that's just completely untouched.
Oh, this one looks nice. What ward is that? That's a cool ward.
I don't know. I like it a lot.
I'm still going. What were the pictures in the middle of the other one?
I think it was just like magical, and then one was physical. One was looked like a weapon, and then the other one looked like magical kind of things, right?
That's what. Okay.
You knew.
But it was, I don't know, it was like some like tooth, and then like some magical, weird, mystical orb. I was like, these new items, you know, new items confirmed.
The push with this level 3 exorcism. You see mid one. He's trying to push out that mid lane as far as possible, but Mickey's there with response, and he has the bots.
See how Alliance can get away with this time. Finish off the tier 3 tower. Quite for now, focusing towards the racks. Boxy gets the good multicast out onto Puppey. Puppey is in trouble, and he's dead. The Ghost will finish him off. They get the Jakira, and that is, of course, Puppey dead for a long time after that buyback on the last events. Koikva now false promised. Insania trying to keep him safe. Wheels up to dodge the boat. Mid-one trying to focus down onto Insania. Will get it. Insania's dead. Mid-one's BKB wears off as he'll now back away himself. Koikva's BKB is up and ready to go. They turn with the Curse Crown, the Fire Blast. They've got the focus. Zai, he's dead without buyback as well. So Yapsu, 3 dead on Secret with no way back into the game. Nisha's in trouble. Elantra on top of the Nisha's dead for 50. He has got buyback, but still 3 members that do not. Mid-one getting tossed up in the trees by Mickey, but will not fall, will be able to get away. But the racks, there's Secret on this top lane in a whole world of trouble as Alliance will push on. They'll get that second set of racks.
Look at this with this DD. Look how much damage he does to this tower.
They can push for the megas here. Alliance in this game 1.
He's just forced to buy back when his timer is pretty low just to try to stop this mega creep push, and they will at least be able to stop that one here. They're not going to get any cleanup kills on the chase. It looks like mid one, he's desperately trying to get somebody here.
Oh, the trees are out to quickly clear up the spiders. Mid-one's got the BKB. Will look towards Mickey. Mickey goes for the TP out. Won't make it in time, though. Mid-one's got enough damage to kill him before he's out of there. And now he can look to try and chase him more. Goes towards Tiger. Tiger able to get the Yules onto the spider. Still the little ones are chasing him. He himself has Shadow Realm back up A TP out as well, leaves there no chance for Mid One to stop him. A Secret now maybe looking for more drastic plays, looking for those objectives to help them get back in. They'll go for Roche. With the Tiny dead, feeling it's unlikely the Alliance are going to be able to contest this. And there we go. Yeah,
there you go.
You're right.
So magical little orb thingy, and then that looks like a weapon.
I guess dude, that looks like some sort of futuristic mystic style, doesn't
maybe
it?
It is a staff.
Maybe it's a new item.
Maybe.
I mean, you know, what is this? And the tooth as well, the blade, that looks a little new as well. There's not a blade that looks like that.
I like it. Lions, mid game. He does buy back. He wants to be able to stop to make sure they don't get that Roche. Lions playing this super well here, just all gathered up here around this area. They've got the smoke too to try to get a good positioning for this. Nisha's still just having so much trouble in these fights. He just can't walk in. He just bought a Shadow Blade to try to protect himself.
Being pushed away from the Roshan. It's able to make sure that Secret don't get the opportunity to grab that Aegis, at least for now.
They're trying to do the poke thing onto Quakefoot, but there's that Oracle just constantly throwing those heals
Look at
out.
this toss back here. Midk's able to get in, grab Zai. Zai's up on top, and Boxy, and Zai's dead.
No Zai.
Another catch successfully performed by Midk. It's Nisha. He's going to send the double, and Stania quick reactions there as he instantly false promises himself. Quakefoot will move in, take out the Tempest double. Puppey laying down the Micropyre. They've got the combo as well onto Insania, but Insania's still alive. Quakefoot using up, be able to burn down Puppey with the ghost. Puppey's dead. Mid One tries to go towards Quakefoot with the BKB, but the multicast come out. Boxy's got the control. Quakefoot finally falls. Boxy turns. He's turning for more. He's trying to control Mid One, but Mid One's already cleaned up Midk. Midk's dead for 107. There'll be buybacks coming out from both Quakefoot and Insania. But Mid One was able to get the big kills there, the big cleanup, as the Spider did prove to be too much in that fight for Alliance to deal with.
They forced Insania to use the false promise on himself there, so they were able to get that focus onto the Death Prophet, with Mid One having insatiable hunger the whole time. Level 25 now too.
They're still trying to fight here. Mid One will be Cursed Crown.
Stomp onto 2. Still just chilling inside of that Roche pit, waiting for someone to walk in.
See what the player's going to be here. He's obviously got these ridiculous amount of webs out. Freedom to roam around the map, but Tiger does.
BKB's up.
He's going to try and turn. Shadow Realm keeps Tiger safe, but look to start biting into Quakefoot with the Crimson Guard buff being offered up. Quakefoot not under any sort of threat from the Spider.
That was like with the pretty much like amazing start there for Alliance in that fight too. They got the toss back and killed Zai before he got anything off, and still the Spider was able to do that because they got wrapped around on top of Insania. We see these swings start to happen because these buybacks.
This is the thing, they cannot afford to make mistakes, Alliance. They may have this confidently, there may be 2 sets of racks up, but Secret, they've got this late game arc and this late game bruise. Still, of course, the late game arc a long way from happening.
Yes.
As Nisha's game has just been slowed down incredibly. But this Spider, Mid One, definitely still a big threat.
The Spiders are like unkillable now too because of that talent. So you see them just having that 750 health. It's really tough for people to actually clear them out. And he's got this whole area webbed.
They're starting to poke back on Roshan Secret.
The tier 4s are dying in Secret's base though. They've lost one quite a bit ago, and the second one's down to a quarter HP.
They're just
already.
focusing on getting the Roshan, which they will get.
The fear!
He's in! The Yules! Tiger! Oh, what a snatch! What a beautiful snatch there! Oh, using the fear, perfectly timed as Roshan fell, able to go in, hold Zai back with the Yules.
Dude,
Tiger.
He's so on fire with his Terrorize in this game.
I mean,
look at his tips. You have to.
That's huge. Secret were starting to really come back into it. That was a fair fight for Alliance. If Alliance had to fight into Secret with an Aegis, it would have been big danger territory for Alliance, but it's not going to happen. Tiger able to make sure that Secret do not get that chance.
Yeah, I mean, that's massive. That sets them up to at least be able to put on aggressive plays here rather than maybe being a little bit scared because of that Aegis maybe being on Nisha. Because if Nisha, or even Mid One, let's say, Nisha probably, but because there's that buyback, but either one of these, like if they wouldn't have been able to focus fire them. Taiga just...
Tiger, I mean, it is...
big plays.
Oh, you know, you're sort of saying to me the other day, you know, Dark Willow, will we see it? Yes, definitely on these teams that have a good Dark Willow player, and you know, Tiger, he is, you know, everyone knows that he's one of the best Willows here. There's probably a short list of Willows. I mean, who would you name? Tigers, Crit. You say Crit and Tiger are sort of the 2 names that really come to mind in terms of teams at least that have been playing it a lot recently and doing very well with it. And these 2 players on the Willow, you've got to watch out for them.
Other items here. We have a couple things starting to get picked up. We see Mickey finishes up the data list, so that's another big timing that comes out after that Aghanims with your tree volley. Quite a lot of damage coming in there. And now YapzOr's BKB. So BKB plus Vessel, now he can stick on heroes with the Elder Titan to at least reduce their armor down while the Broodmother as well as everybody else is focusing as well.
The Alliance, can they do it? Can they close up another set of racks?
Get Boxy with that. All the right talents, as we were saying. Ogres only take the right talents now. He's got this 40 strength, high damage as well, and he's just a real big nuisance as he can buff up his team so much.
Starting the fight off.
Nisha.
There goes. See Mickey watching from the sidelines, looking for an opportunity to get a grab. So he's going to TP back. To go for the D push. Mid-Bomb was putting pressure on in the mid lane.
He was putting pressure on tier 4. He wasn't even going for racks there.
But Mickey's presence enough to stop Mid-Bomb from pushing on for now.
Yeah.
Does mean that Alliance won't have the firepower to continue to push on with the remainder of the Ghosts. But just bit by bit, they do continue to take those buildings. Take that tier 3 tower this time from mid, leaving the racks exposed.
It's pretty funny. Like I feel like Mid-One's just playing in his own game. Secret's like trying so hard to defend. He's just like running around.
You look at the KDA. You look at the net worth. Mid-One, for all intents and purposes, he is in his own game.
Yeah.
He's playing to win at the moment. He's taken himself off the comms. He's just playing to win.
And
he's in sort of pub Dota mode at the moment. He just has to carry this victory, look for the round opportunities to win this one.
They're looking for him. They're trying to set up with him with everybody. He just BKB TPs. No funny business. But now, no BKB. That could be the timing for Alliance to push up. They have the Shivas as well on Koifa, so a decent amount tankier when he is going in, as he has been getting brought down pretty reasonably fast, I would say, even when he has an Orc on his team.
Was that I believe the spiders,
that
right?
Spiders the guy?
Yeah, Mid-One just had the spiders in the jungle, and it was heading towards the secret shop.
Yeah.
So Mid-One able to get that courier snipe.
Damage coming in. Nisha's starting to pack quite a punch.
Still feeling very confident with Insania just being able to throw these heals out onto Koifa, keeping it safe.
Taiga dies with that Aegis for the first time. Mid-One able to just bring him down there with a quick Hex and the spiders.
Again, Mickey just continue to toss trees in from the sidelines, trying to suppress Secret.
Every single time you see YapzOr throws out a Spirit Vessel, you see Insania instantly dispel it with that Fortune's End off of that Death Prophet. Sure.
Yeah, it's smart onto Mickey. A little hard to sort of follow it up though when Mickey's on the low ground like this.
Mid-One taking a decent chunk of damage there. He does have his BKB available. They're pushing Alliance away here, but Alliance is trying to keep themselves here. They are starting to back up as we have this 40-minute mark getting ready. 40-minute mark, we get a lot of fun things, you know, double power runes, bounties coming up too.
Secret definitely still holding on. Despite being down those 2 racks in Alliance. They're that close to victory, but they're also that close to letting it slip away. A couple of bad decisions, and suddenly this Spider is running straight down the mid lane and closing the game up.
Yeah, it's a little bit scarier now for Alliance, right? Because they used so many buybacks in that last instance around that Roche fight. Yeah. They used 3 different ones, and now they're starting to come back up, but they're short on gold. Especially for Mickey. He's about 400 away from it. He's getting closer. They do have to be a little bit careful before those buybacks are available for themselves. Secret, they're trying to get something here.
See if they can find Koifa. Able to get himself into the shadows quickly. Mid-One. To avoid the... Now he's going to look to turn around and help out. Realize that Boxy's pretty isolated, but Boxy does have the BKB. Starts to get the multicast out onto Mid-One.
Koifa's zoning them away here with this exorcism.
They are split up apart here. Mid-One, he's trying to go for the backliners, and he is found. He's able to get him with the Hex onto Insania. That is Insania dead for 70 without the buyback. He'll now sweep back over to help the rest of his team. He's looking towards Koifa. Koifa's got the BKB popped. He'll leave Koifa alone for now, but still some good right click being done by Nisha with the Tempest double. Zai continue to duke him out. Zai finally falls. They get the Kunkka, but Zai has buyback. He'll buy back straight away. Mid-One, he can look to try and punish these vulnerable targets now that the BKBs have worn off on the course, particularly Koifa. Koifa will have the Ghost Heal coming in soon. Is it going to be enough to keep it safe? But YapzOr with the slaps, the BKB on the outer tide, he's able to finish him off. Another Hex from Mid-One. He's able to lock down a second. Boxy's dead as well. They turn towards Mickey. Mickey tries to stab with the trees, but Mid-One jukes it out back, and he goes. Godlike with the double kill. Mid-One getting the kills and playing the fight perfectly. Taiga is also going to die as Secret get the triple kill. Mid-One. He really did it there. You saw, he let the rest of his team go to work. He was like, right, boys, I'm finding that. Dude, I'm finding that Oracle.
Nisha didn't get hit once in that entire fight in the river. He literally just was sitting there casting everything. Look, 12 Spark 5 magnetic fields.
They have got their buybacks.
Oh my god.
And they are going to need to use them, Alliance. As the mid lane's getting poked at, Boxy is going to try and commit, pops the BKB.
They're just taking down the towers. They have to buy back.
You've got to buy back on everyone. This is Secret going for the GG push here. Straight away, they'll turn towards Yapzor. Yapzor getting stunned up the Avalanche as well. Yapzor's dead.
Secret just trying to bail here now as they force every single buyback.
They've got to try and catch more here. See if they can find Zai. He's able to juke it out into the trees, trying for the TP, but Boxy's got the vision. They'll stun him up at mid one. He's going to come over and start to help maybe. Boxy has not got the BKB, but indeed the curse crowd is going to hit the two of the mid one. He walked into it, but he has the BKB. Goes into the trees, BKB TP out, will keep himself. Zai, of course, still alive. Finally, Mickey will jump in to clean him up. Zai now the one to be dead without buyback once again. 85 seconds, no Zai.
Man, these fights are just so chaotic.
Alliance, they're gonna push back. They're gonna try their best. They have got the Ghost Exorcisms available, but 3 heroes without buyback on Alliance.
They have to force this issue though. They know Zai does not have buyback. He bought back for the last fight. They have to try to do something here as Zai's been providing quite a lot for his team.
Mid one's got a lot of money. Ideally, he's got to try and get out and spend it, but it's going to be hard for him to find the chance to. He's got 8,000 gold. I mean, at the least, right, you're in the base. You buy the recipe for the Ags, you swallow it up as the Brood, and you pick yourself another item, right? If you're...
He's just saving for the buyback. That's probably the
but he's got
main thing that's focused on his head, though,
He's got to surely, you're in base, upgrade the Ags, buy yourself a sick fighter. He's got 8,000 gold. You got to spend it right. I mean,
it's chaos at the moment. This is
chaos. It is chaos. At the moment, between these teams is Alliance. Hard committing here to try and finish off this final set of racks in the middle lane. And they'll get it. They'll get the melee. They'll turn towards the range with the Ghost still out. Puppey's going to lead forward. Curse Crown's out. Boxy pots the BKB. They'll get the final racks. They'll get the Mega Creeps. Now they've got to make sure that they don't have any casualties. Jump in. Tiger, he's on top of Mid-1. Mid-1 slides the side. Mid-1's dead. They'll get the kill. There's the buyback from the Spider. Mid-1 straight back in. See if they can chase down these kills in Alliance. Tiger has fallen. Alliance, they may have got Megas, but they cannot afford to die. They don't have buybacks. Coin's gone. They're chasing for more. Secret, they've found Insania. Insania's hexed up. They may have got the Megas, but that's 2 heroes dead for over 80 seconds.
You see the Desolator bought by Nisha. They're ready. They're ready to push it.
Buy a Necrobook mid-1. Get something else for the push.
He's got to buy something.
I mean, maybe he's like, I don't need to, boys. We're 13-2 and 6. I knew we won this one all along. He's playing it as cool as ever, mid-1.
Hex coming out.
And he doesn't look Hex. We'll get that fixed. He's strapped the sword.
The sword's on his back now.
I mean, that looked kind of cool. That should actually be a feature.
Wow, that actually looks awesome.
Is it meant to look like that? If it didn't, it should.
I mean, look at that. He's got
it wears on his back.
On his back.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
I like that. Well, yeah, intended.
Look at this Nisha with that Deso. They're looking to end it too.
I mean, they know.
It's not available.
Dude, Secret's got it, right?
They got to put a lot of pressure on.
Where's the creeps at?
Mickey's looking to just keep cutting them here. He walks behind that mid creep wave, and he does that to get it, but the damage is coming through. It's too much.
They've got it. They've got it. Oh, Secret has got it.
God.
It's over.
Holy crap.
So as we're saying, outdraw, easy game for Secret. As we're saying, Alliance, what a fight they put up. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. We said it. Those late game mistakes could cost them the game. But you have to give hats off to, I mean, both teams there playing it. What a way to start, of course, the event. As I said, it was certainly worth the wait to come into a game 1 like that. Impressive stuff from Alliance. Secret, a little bit shaky all over the place. Of course, I think you really do have to give hats off to the Brood, mid-1.
You have to give, he did
mid-1
so much space.
Just,
like Nisha, Nisha ended with 65,000 hero damage done, which is still super high, but
he did.
The space that they made.
Yes, wait, 65,000.
65,000. He did 11K in one fight.
That's a lot of damage.
He did 11K in one fight. That one mid fight was massive for Nisha.
What a crazy game.
What a start.
Obviously, I think if you're Alliance, you're probably very frustrated that you did end up losing that game, but I think they've got to sort of step back and say, well, you know what, we actually did play 95% of that game perfect.
Yeah, the first 25 minutes, very, very few, like probably no mistakes pretty much. And the way they set up their lanes was beautiful. I liked the itemization overall across the board. They had these BKBs and everything, but Secret able to space make and somehow take these fights in miraculous fashion. This Hex on mid-1, able to find Insania a couple times, completely turned it.
Yeah, mid-1 just keeping it cool. 13-2 and 6, sort of as we were saying, playing his own game. And they do it. Secret will take that game 1. But I know you're going to be back for game 2, because as we've seen, Alliance certainly can put up a great fight against Secret. And maybe in game 2, maybe there's not a Brood in the mix, Alliance could take the game. We'll find out after the break. Don't go anywhere. Game 2 of Alliance versus Secret coming up very shortly. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to TI9. I'm ODPixel here with Fogged, and we've got Game 2 just started. We've got Secret versus Alliance. We just saw Game 1. It was a Brood game. The Brood did win, not necessarily in the manner that we thought it would do off the back of the draft. Alliance did play incredibly well for the majority of the game, but the Brood did push through, and Mid-1 with a stellar performance was able to secure that Game 1 for Secret.
And Game 1 of TI9 group stages has technically a Mega Creep comeback.
Oh, it was.
Right?
No, absolutely.
It's technically a Mega Creep comeback.
It was a Mega Creep comeback.
In the first game.
In the first game. So what happens in the second?
We're all downhill from there.
They're all downhill. Wrap it up, boys. TI's over. That was it. Nice game.
So let's see what change-ups do we have. So right now we have the same bans coming out. Do we get the Shadow Demon ban as well? Sides as well are same. So first pick for Secret, and Alliance will dire.
Let's have a look. Now, where will the Brood come into play? Are we going to see heroes again being picked that put the Brood off? Are we going to see Alliance straight up ban the Brood? Mid-1 did play it very, very well. You have to respect it, right?
I mean,
like Secret will pick it again if they think it's good. If
they
think it's good, there's no reason not to.
Do they just conquer again and Alliance doesn't take the Brood?
Ah.
It's the mind games. It's the TI mind games.
We'll see.
And you know what's crazy too? Chen wasn't touched, right?
Yeah, but is Chen still good? We're starting to get ignored, like at the summit, I think, at least.
Yeah.
Is Chen still?
I thought he was still gonna be really high up there. I had him as my most banned, so I'm kind of regretting that right now. From the start of this already.
Well, some respect for the Boxy Ogre, and understandably, I mean, they played that lane so well, right? That off lane it destroyed Nisha and Puppey.
Now the Shadow Demon is gonna be left open.
And I think Alliance, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some similar picks at least. I think, last game Insania's Oracle was very, as strong as ever. And, of course, Tiger's Dark Willow. I think their support combo was... I mean, I don't really think anything from Alliance was, in terms of the picks at least, was the reason why they lost, of course. They played very well with those heroes. They were very close to winning with that draft. So, for Alliance, maybe a little bit the same. Just in a situation where they may be able to take away the Brood or be able to grab something else for their draft that will stop the Brood coming into play. But Secret, opening pick, do they want to take the same sort of direction? Do they want to open with a Brood counter such as the Kunkka?
They probably Shadow Demon this time. Yep, they're going to do the Kunkka anyway.
Again.
So I guess the Brood Mother, you just got him.
I mean, obviously, as we said, Alliance... last time they didn't want to pick Brood against it, and to give the option for Secret to leave it down. Do you still don't want to pick Brood against it? You would only have to consider banning it, or is there a world where you could say we're going to play it, or you just that is not a world that we live in? You never pick Brood into Kunkka.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't feel good at all.
Okay. So would you therefore expect a ban?
I would more expect.
I feel like you would ban.
After that last game, yeah. I mean, it's very unlike Secret to pick the same kind of style, the same picks in a game, but
but that's what they want you to think.
Yeah, exactly. It's TI. You have to cover your bases.
Honestly, I think
so. They should. I would say they should probably Shadow Demon, because Shadow Demon versus Kunkka's nice. You can always get the saves and protections and all
but
of
I think
that.
they would rather have an Oracle. I mean, I think their support combo was very good last game. I don't think there's any reason to put it off. They do want to run the Tiny again. I mean, Mickey did have...
He did.
I mean, they all did. They all had really good games. Mickey did have a very good game on his Tiny.
He did.
And it did have a good... It was able to get a lot out of that mid lane against the Brood. Maybe Alliance won't ban the Brood, and they feel that in itself, or if there's, if Alliance can pick, say, 3 more heroes that also don't care about a Brood, they may feel that in itself will be enough to stop Secret from picking the Brood again.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. They maybe had the debate where they're like, all right, do we just pick a hero and then not have to ban, the Brood, so that we can just like save our draft a little bit here and save ourselves a ban? Yeah. And especially the way Mickey played, like he still had a fantastic game.
He really did.
He still had a great game.
He had, what was his skill?
He was like 10-4 or 12-4 or something like that, right? I think at the end.
No, I don't know how to find it. What we're doing. Yeah, he ended the game 12-4-7.
Yeah.
12-4-7. Second highest hero damage on the team, only just behind Quakefer.
Yeah.
And the Ghosts.
And he had 700 last hits, which I think was like almost double anybody else.
A lot of spiders, of course.
Yeah.
With those trees being thrown in, but it was a great performance from Mickey.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was against a Brood lineup. It was against a hard lineup. Secret.
This time they take out the Oracle.
As I say, I think Alliance. We see this at previous lands. If they find a support combo that works, they do like to stick with it. And Secret's going to make sure that that's broken up for game 2, taking away Insania's Oracle and already limiting some of his options and that CM pick from Secret. I'd say these are probably two of the teams that like CM the most here at this TI. You know, Puppey absolutely adores it, and we've come to see recently that Insania really loves to pick this hero up in the first two.
She always finds her way back, right? I feel like Crystal Maiden, Earthshaker, and Rubik are like the three for me at TIs that always just start kind of like creeping back forward because they benefit and they work well against majority of stuff. They always benefit your allies.
Secret, 5th ban, still very much leaving that opportunity for themselves to draft a Broodmother down the line. As Alliance, of course, still yet to ban it, banning out the Naga Siren. Trying to limit potentially what Niche is going to be able to play.
Cool.
Going for the Jug ban. And well, I guess obviously one of those heroes that's hard for a Kunkka to trap and deal with.
Yep.
And Blade Fury is going to be very strong this game. And outside of those two heroes with a built-in magic community, Jug's still very much picked as rather than Lifestealer, who's sort of fallen out of favor really.
That hero's like gone, right? He's just too slow.
Yeah.
He's just way too slow, feels like.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it will still get picked sometimes. I saw that 5th pick where it's like I don't know, there's like a bat on the other team, and it's the only hero left that can like lane against it, but it's never picked in a fashion that looks like you know, this was the plan. We wanted to do a Lifestealer this draft. It's always been one of those heroes that, as of late, has just come out when it's been forced out, and it's never really looked that good.
Yeah, there's just better carries now at the moment. Faster carries.
And Alliance, do they ban the Brood, or do they leave it up to them just picking heroes that will put off a Brood pick? And they're going to leave it in.
They debated for a while there, though, because they used, what, like a decent amount, like 43 seconds of their reserve time.
But I think, so now we're just expecting heroes from Alliance that don't care about, or at least, you know, will not be punished by a Brood. Are there any that sort of come to mind? Because again, with the Tiny, I do imagine, you know, it's going to be Mickey playing it, and ideally, you know, Mickey, he wants to be on the side lane, right? You want to have Quakefor in the middle lane.
I feel like this could also still be Boxy playing Tiny.
Or the Boxy Tiny as well, yeah.
I think they're still just trying to like apply pressure, right? Pressure lane, and they ran the Ogre with the Willow. The Tiny still has a similar. You have no armor though, which is pretty brutal as an offlaner. So I don't know if I'd actually really like that too much, but definitely something they've done. Something
probably going to grab Insania's hero hit.
Yeah. I thought we'd see a lot of Grimstroke from all of them, but they don't really...
I'm surprised we don't... Well, we've only seen one game.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, yeah, we don't see a lot of... Grimstroke. I think Grimstroke's still as strong as ever. Certainly put him as some of my predictions in terms of hero picks and such. So, and Insania, he loves the hero. Yep. He loves the hero. Last few appearances from Alliance, we've been seeing him play it a lot.
I still want to save. I'm still looking at Shadow Demon, to be honest. But, okay. Phoenix, all right. Oh! Is that YapzOr? That's the big question, right?
Well, you said this is something that YapzOr started to play around with, right?
Support
he started to play around with the support Invoker.
Oh, and Alliance knows.
If you're picking it third, I don't think you're third picking a mid Invoker.
It's a flex. Still, it's a flex.
Sure.
But, all right. That's...
All right, so the Mickey Troll... Huh. How is this working for Alliance as well? With this Insania Phoenix?
This looks...
And then, so this is a Boxy Tiny, and then we're looking for that Quakefor hero being left to last.
This is looking good.
And they do have last pick as well, Alliance, so they should have a good idea, at least, by that point, whether this Invoker is going to be mid, or if it is going to be the support Invoker that has been rumoured and has been shown off by YapzOr in some pubs.
Troll Phoenix is fun. I like that a lot because you can apply the miss rate, and then the miss when you have your Phoenix, people can't actually hit the egg as easily and all that. And they have the Willow too, so a lot of ways to protect it.
Is it a bait? And is it actually Alliance saying, we're actually going to put the Tiny mid, Quakefor can play it, we're going to slip in the Boxy Mars and go for the Mars Phoenix.
Mars Phoenix could still be. It's one of those combos that we've heard a lot of the players
talking about. Not only Mars Phoenix, sir, but also Mars Willow.
Also
it's a very good Mars game if you run that Tiny mid.
That is very true. I do like that a lot.
And they might not expect a secret because they may be like us. Be like, okay, Tiny's on the off lane. Yeah. They're leaving their mid lane till last pick. But haha. And then comes in. And we'll see. We'll see if Alliance is on the same wavelength.
That is definitely a dream Mars pick. It's a good call, Owen.
We'll see if they're on the same wavelength. But secret back to them. Let's see what the rest of their draft starts to reveal. Still is open for... with the Phoenix and Troll, would you say these are two heroes that are starting to say push you away from going Brood again?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, this is pushing the. So Brood is sort of out of the question now. We're going to get a Brood-free game at this rate, and that's
okay.
That is so. This is what Midbon Kunkka. This is a Xyx.
So this used to be. I'm gonna say this because this is an old school. This was Dota 1 when Invoker first got added and stuff. Cold Snap Battle Hunger. It used to actually be a thing back a long, long time ago.
I like it. So yeah, you're putting Xy and YapzOr together.
I think so.
On that dual lane.
Maybe
you're
even
having Midbon Kunkka. Because Midbon's like, oh, well, and I guess no, we still don't know what the mid is for Alliance. It could still be anything. But either way,
it's still
Kunkka's one of those mid laners, right? You can pick it early. There's a very few matchups where Kunkka gets absolutely crushed, right?
Very few.
Like it's a strong mid lane.
It's still always been a really strong one for a long time.
You get a couple of braces, you're feeling invincible. So final ban for Alliance.
Such a wonky draft looking from
Secret.
It looks so crazy.
We are assuming that it is YapzOr. I think it's got to be right.
With the way they set it up, like who's going to be carrying then? They need to last pick their carry.
You're right. Yeah, so. It's a support Invoker. Yeah. It's a support Invoker. They're leaving Nisha's pick to last.
I mean, look at
Alliance. No.
Yeah, they know. They have to get.
Banning a Lifestealer, very good, of course, against the Phoenix.
That makes me feel like the Tiny's offlane.
Well, as I said, are you okay?
Right with the Lifestealer ban?
Because Tiny absolutely destroys. Sorry, Lifestealer would absolutely destroy Tiny.
Yeah, sure. That's what I'm thinking now. But I like the Mars. I like your Mars suggestion so much actually for Alliance.
I mean, you can run Mars mid, but Boxy is the Mars. Boxy is the Mars player. They're probably not going to go Mars. I don't know.
I hope they do.
We'll see.
I hope they do. It looks really good, and we've been hearing a lot of rumors about the Mars Phoenix where you can't hit the egg if it's inside the wall.
So Secret, we're expecting them to ban. At least from their perspective, they're probably expecting an offlaner, right? Because they're thinking Tiny's not going to go to the side lane. So they're probably going to ban a Boxy hero. Because they know that if Alliance do send that Tiny to the side lane... Well, no, I guess with the lifesteal... I don't know. It's a lot of mind games here, Secret. Is it a mid? Is it an offlane?
Do you just ban the Mars?
I don't know. It depends if Secret's thinking along that same sort of Mars line that we are. I'm thinking Koifu's going to play Tiny. But no, they're just going to ban out a Koifu hero. Ban out the Storm.
Now what the heck? I love it. I love TI.
We think this is... it has to be Nisha's hero. Nisha doesn't he doesn't play any of these heroes. This is a Nisha hero.
It would just be weird if it was... He's not... Then they have no carry. Then they're put in a place where they just don't have...
This is a Nisha hero. What are we getting for Nisha? Nisha PL? How's a PL do this game?
Doesn't look so hot. They have a lot of clear.
Oh, okay. You're on top of the egg, though, right? You want to get something on the egg?
Gyro. This one's been getting a lot more popularity, too. This is a crazy-looking draft by Secret.
It is. It really is. But it does confirm our suspicions. You know, Nisha Gyro, Xyx, YapzOr, Invoker, Puppey Maiden, and a mid-one Kunkka.
Wow.
An Alliance. Is that Tiny going mid? Is it going off lane? As you said, in the off lane, it could suffer, so it could pay off to go for the combo, go for the Mars.
I'm just so curious to watch how the Invoker is going to be played as the 4.
They go for another Koifu sort of cheese hero that in the past has sort of been considered a free win hero for them. The Koifu Lone Druid is in play. I mean, this honestly, so many games we've seen Alliance get this 5th pick, and it's just been game over. Like he just wins games.
He also has
these heroes.
They have so many ways to protect the egg now too. With the Savage Roar on top of the egg too, there's a lot of different ways that they can play around it. The lane also, that's a hero that can do pretty well versus Kunkka. You should be able to get your farm pretty good, get those last hits and denies pretty nicely with your bear. Get your last hits in particular, and I'm just curious to see what's he going to be able to do with the Invoker? With that Axe, with the Battle Hunger, Carbon with Cold Snap. Also with Gyro, too. The Cold Snap plus Barrage does have a bit of a threat there coming in.
Because it is a test, right? Because you look at these drafts, and if you're going to go on anything you know about Dota 2, you would say Alliance have won this.
Yeah, I like Alliance.
You would say Alliance have won this, but that's the exciting thing. This is a secret lineup that we've not really seen. It is a YapzOr Invoker. It's something they've tested, something that they feel is strong. We don't know what to expect from it. Is it going to be sort of the start of teams showing us something new here at this TI and showing how good it can be, or how bad it can be.
Yeah.
We'll see which way it goes.
So the one thing that the support invoker does provide, I did actually talk to YapzOr about this during Epicenter.
Because what is the logic behind it?
The
What,
EMP is ridiculous. It just
but just early levels as well. It's just it doesn't matter.
it's so much. The mana burn is insane. Like, it is really just so crazy inside of team fights how much the hero can apply the pressure with it. That's I'm just curious how he does in the lane, because that's the one thing is like Invoker in the laning phase is.
But you
he's
said it's
super
strong.
weak.
You said you got the combo with the axe, right?
When you have the combo with that, but if they get on top of him, you're super squishy. I'm wondering what items he starts with if he does go for like boots, because you're so slow as that Invoker. I think I've seen him do Bassi. I can't remember. I watched a lot of his games when he was playing. Like,
Would you go like Bastion or?
I'm just saying the starting item, like what he starts just in the laning phase, because the lane is so important. If you mess up and you fall too far behind, like you're this level like 2 or 3 Invoker running around, you have to be able to get a good start on it.
Let's have a look. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get into game 2 of Secret versus Alliance.
It's the Bassi rush. Yep.
Okay. Bastion.
Yeah, he
Bassi
goes for the-
boots. And
Yep.
Okay. Let's see it.
Let's
So
see it.
we saw game 1 Secret able to win with very much more standard lineup. It was a Brood. It was an Arc. It was a tough game, but they did get the win. This time round, a YapzOr Invoker thrown into the mix, and you know, sort of course, we are starting to see other teams as well play the gyro, get in the carry position. A lot of times now, even in games without the IO, it still can work. Not necessarily your first sort of carry that comes to mind when you think about strong carries at the moment in meta, but teams are still playing it and they're still winning with it.
And they're running it mid.
And they're putting it mid.
They're putting it mid this game. They're
So
putting
what was the reason for that? What are you trying to dodge? You don't want to go head-to-head with the Lone Druid as a Kunkka?
I think Gyro just doesn't want to get too much pressure on him in the bottom lane, coming out from Tiny and Willow. I
But
think you can just get killed.
surely, in the mid lane as a Gyro, with your base damage, you're not going to get to hit a lot of creeps, right?
Yeah.
Against, if it is going to be the Lone Druid going mid, which you would imagine. But we'll see. We'll see how Onish can do here.
Puppey.
Already, Puppey.
He's looking dead.
It's been found out. Tiger's able to trap him with the Brambles, and that's first blood for Boxy. Alliance.
I think mid you at least get your levels, and you get you're always gonna be able to get some secure last. Bottom you're just gonna probably chain die to the combo.
Yeah, we'll see.
But we'll see.
I'll be interested to see how the CS is like, because I really feel that it's going to be tough. You're against a man and his bear, and what's your rag play?
But that's 4 bounty runes.
Oh, okay, never mind that. He's going to be fine in mid. he's just got 4 bounty rune gold.
He got a Wraith Band from it, right? That's
Yeah.
Your Wraith
All
Band
right, yeah,
coming out.
there's no worries in the mid lane. Yeah, he's going to be able to farm.
He'll be able to farm, but it's a good lane for Lone Druid. Lone Druid's still gonna be able to have great ways to get last. It's just Gyro has a really quick projectile, which you can time kind of nicely versus this, but we'll see how he does.
Yeah, we will. Very interesting. I mean, all these lanes are interesting. What's this top lane? He's talked about the Axe Invoker dual lane from Secret. See what sort of pressure it can put onto Alliance.
Oh, Zai just missed 2 last hits with his spins. And the other one gets denied in the top lane there, so only gets 1 out of the 4 as that Axe was just, he skilled Helix as well to just push it in. So it looks like they're just trying to cut the wave up top and make Boxy farm under the tower here. And Puppey, the tri-lane.
Get the Spirit out. That's a kill. Alliance getting those kills that they, of course, do need to find when they're running it as a tri-lane. We'll find it. I've seen Alliance be very good at sort of playing these aggressive lanes.
Yeah. Troll aggressive lanes are pretty nice, because your low cooldown on your Whirling Axes is always really, really nice, and how much slow it provides. This is how we see Zai continue to cut the waves. Make Boxy farm under tower with that low armor as YapzOr keeps poking him. YapzOr's going to be low level off of all this. You see he's actually walking over to maybe take some experience from Zai, but actually staying away. He's actually not taking it. Just wants to keep messing with Boxy under the last hits under the tower. Okay.
So obviously you won't find any XP or such doing this with who's been grabbed back down bottom, mid one. That's a kill on the core, Alliance. Getting another kill with this tri-lane.
YapzOr does not provide a whole lot here as he's still level 1. He just got the mana for the Cold Snap 2 when he TP'd initially, did not have it. So now they know that they have to be able to try to match this tri-lane here as Zai is just cutting waves, so YapzOr had no purpose up top. But still pretty strong tri-lane here coming out from Alliance. Which is a little bit weird.
A bit of a go onto Mickey with the Cold Snap. Nice to
the
land the torrent. I'll bring a hit too, and Mickey.
They actually get him with that. Wow. They actually they have to connect that torrent there in order to get that kill.
Yeah, they had to hit everything, and they did Secret.
Yep.
Nisha in the middle lane is falling behind. Does manage to grab the double damage rune from top, so will help him through the next few waves. Catch back up in CS, but as expected, Koifa having that lead in CS as the lone druid in that 1v1.
High level gyro though, right? That's the one trade-off.
Yeah.
He's going to be very high level.
Getting the XP.
And he can make moves around the map. That's the one thing, is like call down still is pretty threatening. Once he does get that out really early. In comparison with Lone Druid, he doesn't really want to move around the map.
And it looks like, yeah, he's been able to set the creeps up, so Koifa hasn't really been able to deny that many creeps from him at all.
Yeah. Zai's going to be unbelievably farmed in this game though. Boxy's actually missed quite a lot of last hits up top. Because of Yabs are messing with him. But he's now able to start pulling the camps into, or the creep wave into the neutral camps, and he'll start accelerating himself as well. But yeah, Zai definitely going to be able to apply a lot of pressure here. Depending on which build he goes. If he does want to rush that Vanguard, we saw some, when we were casting Qualifier, we saw a lot of phase boot rush into like people just looking to set up for a gank.
See down bottom, the three of them, it's certainly proved to be much harder for Alliance to at least try and look for kills against the 3-man of Secret.
Secret's actually, they're slowing down Mickey a decent amount here.
Zai not trading hits with Boxy. Boxy's going to go for the combo.
Uh-oh, Boxy.
Enough to kill him, and now Zai can look to try and put him down a little bit underneath the tower. He has that health regen from the ring.
He's got the dunk.
So he can just keep going in. Good toss back. Will stop Zai from being able to finish the kill up, but Zai will probably go hunting again back in the trees. Back down bottom. Another attempt onto the two of them, but Insane is able to dive away, and Mickey will be able to walk back in time. Zai's going for the hood first this game.
Not to get burst by the Tiny in particular. No, he can stay himself up here with that. He's not going to have to worry about that damage coming through. Nisha's not doing bad. That DD rune really helped him out quite a lot here in that mid lane.
Yeah, gave him a good solid 2 or 3 waves where he was able to really have a good contest of the creeps. Bottom Mickey tries to step forward, but this cold snap torrent catches him out. He has got the stick charges. He's trying to get away. Mid one can't quite line up a hit, but doesn't need to. Yapzor with the right clicks, finishing off Mickey once again. Now with the X mark on Insane here, see if they can go for more. Still managed to dive out before the root kicks in, so does grab that bounty rune. Top lane Boxy will be able to bully Zai away from being able to hold on to his own bounty top. And as Koifa also sending the bear over, was able to take the bounty rune from Secret's half of the map. On that top lane as well.
So Secret got the first 4 bounty runes, Alliance got the next 4 bounty runes. But this bottom tri-lane, Alliance, they're suffering down here quite a lot. I mean, Mickey dying twice down here when they were having this troll aggressive tri-lane versus an invoker tri-lane. It's just different. It's just really strange to see because the tri-lanes are they're just different. They're not these usual ones that we see. EMP comes out, Taiga getting low.
Taiga trying to commit for this kill on Puppey. Tornado comes out from Yap, so Taiga with the 6 charges will stay alive. Mickey's going to be X marks. TP out from Puppey does come in time to get him away before Alliance can finish him off. So Secret able to keep all 3 alive. See the rune spawns, and Nisha's going to get lucky again. We'll be able to find an arcane rune. Wants to make something happen with it. He starts to make a beeline straight towards the top.
He's getting pinged. They know he's going to make that move. Like we said, that's the one thing about the Gyrocopter versus the mid lane. He can make rotations. Lone Druid can't respond. So he's trying to make a dive. They want to secure this tower.
They may know, but yeah, okay, Boxy does have a TP available. Will just quickly jump himself over towards the shrine to avoid this play. But Secret, they're able to finish off the tower with this. With the aggression that Zai's been doing with the pulling, a lot of damage has been done to the tower.
Yep.
Now be able to finish it off, keeping Zai's net worth very, very high.
Koifa with no hesitation immediately glyphs the mid wave, and he even starts putting pressure onto the tower. Puppey walks over, at least gets a frostbite on that siege creeper to stop him attacking for a moment.
Try and chase, see if he gets an entangle.
1.
Where is it? Where is it?
2.
There it is. And that will easily be enough to get the kill. Koifa able to dive in and take down Puppey.
Nisha will return to that mid lane. Koifa is just looking to claim the tower with that first siege creep as Koifa, he has the roar.
Down bottom as well. Mid one tries to TP out, but the root's going to be there to cancel it. Curse Crown as well as a Shadow Realm hit brings mid one down low. They'll get them killed. Alliance is into the trees, and they won't lose anything in return. Back to being able to kill off mid one, able to punish that timing where Puppey was not around in the lane. Mid, Koifa. A root off, but Nisha, he's got enough stats to sort of hold his ground, and then deep with this wraparound from Zai. Koifa in a whole world of trouble. Dunk down from Zion. Quake's punished for trying to poke at the gyrocopter.
He's got to be a little more careful how far he steps up. He's already claimed the middle tower, so when he goes up for those type of aggressive plays, it's like he has a chance of maybe getting the kill here, but it's also a much better chance of him getting rotated and died. So a bit of a step too far forward from Quake, feeling himself a bit there.
And Zai, with these early item timings, really is going to be this force that can run at Alliance. And it's going to be hard for Alliance to deal with him once he has that Vanguard on top of the hood.
And he gets the double stack off there during that Battle Hunger. He's going to be problematic because they have the Axe versus the Troll is the other matchup they do have. So Troll, you have Battle Trance. If Axe gets a good start off, he's always going to be able to get those successful dunks.
Tries to control the Cold Snap and the Rocket Barrage.
Ooh.
Tornado up the air. It wasn't quite the combo with the missile, but he gets the kill. So it doesn't matter that they sort of staggered the spells there as Mickey is dead. Rotation from Nisha.
They're making their tri-lane work. I mean, both teams had a little bit of weird tri-lanes, I would say. Alliance, I like theirs because they had the Willow plus the Troll, but Secret made it work with their unorthodox Invoker, Crystal Maiden, Kunkka tri-lane. Lots of spells coming out from the three. And Zai will just go for tank. He's not going for the blink early.
Good Vanguard.
Yeah, buffing up.
He's pretty much invincible at this stage of the game.
Yep. Boxy will be going for the otherwise build. He's going to be going for the blink to put the pressure on. There is some squishy heroes, right? Like the Gyrocopter can be kind of squishy in a way when you are playing with the Tiny if he does get an early blink. Also ways to protect the Egg and protect his allies. So he's going to be the one running around looking for plays since they have a Lone Druid also. So it does make sense that he's going for the blink then. He needs to be the one to run around and do stuff. As Quakeful will go for the Mask of Madness build that we've been seeing popularized quite a bit for a long time now. Certain players really like it. A bit of a slowdown period here though, both teams.
Alliance sort of settling back a little. The aggression started to slow down on bottom ever since they've ended up just sort of trading kills. It's not going to be good enough in Insania. Dragged back by the X-Spark. Easy catch from mid one.
And you see how much the mana burn really does come in. I mean, that one doesn't really matter because he's caught complete, but how much it actually takes away from these heroes. Even though it's only that level 3, he's going to have the Tome coming out soon, so he's going to have level 4 Wex coming out very early.
And this time around, we're back to Secret being the team to take all 4 bounty rings.
What?
So, well, we know what's going to happen at 15 minutes. It's going to be Alliance grabbing them all.
Oh, the Torrent actually catches Quakefa.
And again, with that Cold Snap, drag back with the X-Spark into the boat. They've got him caught out. A slam down, dunk down from Zai. Seals the kill.
And immediately, it's 10-minute mark. They have this siege creep as well in the mid lane too. They can transition this into a push very quickly here. As Zai keeps getting these kills too. He got that one as well onto Quakefa, so it's going to accelerate his time toward that Blink Dagger after this Hood Vanguard. He's so buff. Alliance needs something to start coming together for them. The big thing they do have is a lot of team fight, and that's what we're going to be looking for. When the Phoenix has 6, which he does now, we have these 10 minutes coming in with those Tomes, as well as this Dark Willow. Can they start actually taking fights? Because right now, they're in trouble. Lone Druid and Troll Warlord, not really great heroes to be catching up if you're just getting ran at with this. Mark?
Foxy showing the blink here.
Trying to get themselves some type of tower pressure as well after that mid tower goes down. Knowing that Zai doesn't have the Blink Dagger too, they probably feel a little bit safer. The setup for Secret's still a little bit hard. Especially when mid one's shown in the mid lane.
It's just trying to find objectives whilst grouped up, making sure that they're not vulnerable to Secret.
Stick as 3 or 4, let Mick be the one who just like farms by himself. Just play around Quakefoot pretty much for the time being. There's Boxy with the blink. They're starting to make a move here. They want to clear out their jungle. They know that Secret set up some wards there.
See what they can get with this smoke.
They have to use the smoke to go through it. Like you're saying, they know that there's vision there. They have their team fight available. Do they have level 6? They're not level 6 on Taiga still. The Willow's still not quite there.
1 kill will do it though.
1 kill will do it.
They can get a kill to start things up. Well, will 1 kill is going to be a CM, and it is. There you go. 1 kill does it. Tiger's now hit level 6. There's the Fear straight out to 2 of them. They'll move with the combo. The Sun Rays out as well. Mikhail on the man, and they've got the Shrine to fight around them. Boxy trying to head towards it, but the pull from the Berserker's Call grabs him away. They'll turn towards the Sun. Secret, they'll kill off Insania as well. A buyback coming out from Boxy. He wants to get stuck back in and help out the team, and it will allow them to get mid one. they should have a good chance of getting Nisha as well, actually, with that play. And straight away, first hit route from Kuiper comes in. Alliance will be able to overall punish Secret for those deep kills that they ended up going for. Did require a buyback from Boxy, but both Nisha and Mid1 get taken out.
Fantastic buyback. Super worth it. He needed to do that, otherwise they probably get chased and lose quite a lot more there. As that Secret walking, like, they lose their CM instantly, they walk into the Shrine fight, and they didn't actually die that fast as the Rum applied from Mid1. Wait for that buyback coming into play, and now Alliance back up and get some more farm. But now Zai, I believe he does have. Yes, he does.
So now it's Secret's time to go for a jump, go for a smoke.
That was also like the perfect place for Alliance to fight too, right? Like the egg got cleaned up very quickly because of the way Secret chased it, but that fear connects on 3 heroes, gets them caught in the bramble too. But they have to be careful here as they're hunting for Kuiper.
Yeah, they want something big. Kuiper certainly would be it. He's in the trees.
They just saw him. See the bear hitting too.
No. He's into the trees, gets the grab with the call. Puppey laying down the ult to make sure the damage is there. Oops, that's a little early, but the job's still a good one. A Secret catch out Kuiper and can now turn this into the push themselves. Look for the tier 1 bottom. As Alliance unlikely to try and defend with their lone druid being dead.
Really fast-paced lineup coming out from Secret this game. They're not really very cooldown reliant. Like their longest cooldown is what, Boat? I guess. Boat, EMP and stuff. All right, push. It's fine.
But as you said, this
but
is
you know what I mean.
Not a spell that's normally used.
Yeah. In comparison, you look at like
yeah,
you look at alliances. They're pretty reliant on fighting around the supernova, I'd say, especially with the start that they've had in this game so far. Here, they're gonna have to rely on some big plays coming out from Insania and big plays of them protecting that egg too. Definitely looking a bit hard here for Alliance. Bought some time at least for mid game. He's getting close to at least that Maelstrom. But like we said, there's natural counters versus him in this game. There is the Axe, so he's always going to be getting dunked, and we also see YapzOr. He's going to be rushing that Spirit Vessel too, which is going to be very annoying versus that Troll.
Oh yeah, he's going to be kept low, and as you say, the vulnerability will be there. So Mickey will have to tread very carefully in these team fights before any time when he has a BKB out, which isn't going to be anytime soon.
Yeah, it's either BKB or you have to like battle trance after the Spirit Vessel goes on you instantly because it does that little basic dispel, but it's still like. Yeah, smaller interactions. As we see same place. Secret setting up to look for this tier 2. They want to fight. Alliance has everything available. Look at Zai. He's just so buff. He's the one who's going to be the tower hitter.
It's so hard to sort of start the fight on. As he can just stand there, tanking the tower hits. As Nisha has granted a lot of space with the pressure that the rest of the team's putting on for him to get those two big items together, the Axe and the Maelstrom.
Yep. Taiga knows that he's farming this triangle here. He's trying to get a ward down, and he will. As they're trying to push the side lanes. They don't want to take this fight clearly here on an Alliance. They're trying to get some good split push going on.
And you know, you can feel for Alliance, it probably feels a little awkward to play because they have this blink on Tiny, but they haven't really been able to do that much with it, Boxy, this game. Not really been able to find those catches and pickoffs that they would hope for with the way that Secret's just pushing as you know, in these large numbers.
Yeah, and they're just hiding too. They're hiding the squishies. Like, look at YapzOr hiding in the tree line up top. Puppey's gone for the double bracer and a raindrop to protect himself versus the Tiny. Only Zai showing.
So go in with the grab. Torrent follow up. Cold snaps on him. I think got the damage, and Senior will be able to dive away between the cold snap ticks. So keep himself alive. Different story for the tower though. Secret will be able to successfully push that one down. As a tier 2 is taken away. 4K lead for Secret at 16 minutes in.
He's setting up to look at mid one. He didn't show himself. He TP'd, but he hid immediately. He's expecting a move to come on down here onto Nisha. With the way that they've been playing, Alliance is probably starting to recognize, hey guys, they're starting to play like some 3-4 and just leaving Nisha on his own. So mid one does try to protect his buddy there. He's just sitting right behind him. Look at this. Literally just following his gyrocopter around his Kunkka, making sure that he can protect.
This'll come in handy.
We can see that as so pretty much across the board on those stats, the top in the game so far, Zai, with regards to kills, Stephs, last hits, most GPM, most XPM. He's up there right at the top.
Boxy, they get the X.
And that's a good call as well on the edge. Holding Boxy down in place of the boat, but still, he is pretty tanky, he's pretty beefy. They'll grab him back once more. The Fear's going to be sent out, only catches onto Zai. The rest of the Secret able to dodge it.
Zai once more. Walking into the shrine, he's still very buff though, and they cannot respond. Yeah, Alliance still just trying to catch up. Mickey has the Maelstrom like we're mentioning, but like you said too, he needs a BKB in this game in order to actually play, because he's just going to get controlled too much from the side of Secret. Secret feeling very confident as they go for another tier 2, and they're just closing the map.
No, they can really amp the pressure up. Yeah. Alliance is not really ready for a 5-man defense.
They're recognizing that the team fight's just too tough for them here, even though they have these team fight heroes. They just don't have ways to protect, because their Lone Druid and their Troll are just super weak at this point still. Once they have the Radiance out, that's when Koikov can look to start getting more involved again, but he's got to get that Radiance, and he's not really that close to it still.
Well, Yapsa he might be able to come to the TP. He can. Finds Koikov trying to TP out in the trees. Koikov is dead.
Immediately, Ghost walks back up. He's got the Vessel coming on the current. He's going to look to give more information for his team.
They're going to spot out DD Rune as well. Yeah. Nisha would love to grab that, whoever's in the neighborhood.
Alliance have to find a way to be able to try to get something out of the map here. They're just getting outmaneuvered completely here by Secret. Sword already setting up in that mid lane in Sadia.
They're hunting in the trees. They've found him. They've got the vision. Cold Snap and Rocket Barrage leaves no option for Insania to escape.
And when Phoenix is dead, that's their time to go into that Roche pit. It's going to die. They got the Solar Crest actually, so it should be at an okay pace. And a DD on Nisha.
Spirit Vessel done. Also the Crimson Guard completed for Zai. Everything's in place for Secret to get this Aegis and push on for high ground.
Yeah, it's really looking like it's going to be a tough timing here for Alliances. They're going to get they should be able to get, at least the Radiance is still quite ways away.
It's not quite there.
No.
It's not. With that death as well, he was pretty close, like 3.3, 2k towards the Relic at least, but straight off the back of that, nice juke from Zai as well, maneuvering himself through the Bramble Maze with ease. As Boxy, again, just getting caught out by Secret with that control. Zai continues to have a flawless game as the Axe 5-0-3.
They're just steamrolling over this one now. 7k gold lead, already breaking onto that high ground like you mentioned with that Aegis. They've got the Solar Crest too for Nisha, so he's that much stronger. Alliance, they just can't find anything here. Just still in recovery mode, still trying to get that Radiance out. And Mickey still just trying to farm a BKB, but he's still a ways away.
Trying to do what they can to slow this down. Looks like again, Zai is able to jump in.
That was real close for Insania.
Just getting out with that dive in time. Looked like that call almost caught him.
Again, he is positioned here to go for some of the wrap run. Zai still full HP though.
Okay. Just be careful how he poses. Of course, without that BKB, Nisha now starting to move it towards the pair. Zai's able to get on the backline, able to actually dunk down Insania. Now he turns as well towards Mickey. Mickey is in trouble. He's out of mana, he's out of health. That's Mickey dead too. A buyback comes out from Insania. A Secret again, just getting kill after kill.
They tried to get a wraparound there to protect, but Yapsor actually got the Spirit Vessel onto Boxy before he got a blink off, so he was interrupted the whole fight there.
And now Zai's not only got a full Crimson Guard, he's got a full pipe as well. Zai jumping in onto Boxy.
No damage.
Koifut's trying to hit back with the bear, but this 21 minutes pipe Crimson Axe is almost impossible for Alliance to deal with. They just run down Boxy. Boxy has to buy back. The Rax in the middle lane in trouble. A Secret 11k lead. The egg comes out. Secret will look to try and take it down. They can't quite get it in time. They're being forced back. The Supernova successful. They pop the Aegis on Nisha. Now with Sunray down. They're burning mid one. They're burning side. A Tornado comes out from Yapsor to hold back Alliance. Secret still all stay alive. Now they can go back in. Zai jumps in with the call onto Quake. But Quake's dead. Mickey falls as well. Boxy's surrounded. EMP's out. 4 dead on Alliance. GG is called. And Secret will take game 2. 21 minutes in, 15k lead, and this is, I think, sort of the type of game Secret themselves expected to play coming into TI.
Yeah, this was a